camera is not up, so there's gonna be a lot of movement. So please just bear with me. I'm gonna try my best for it to not, you know, like when you move your phone and stuff, it has like the sound. I'm gonna try my best not to do that today. Hopefully. Okay. Um, Today's my day off, which I'm really happy about. Thank you, God, for a day off. Even though like my job isn't a lot, it still is much. Like it's so much. So I cherish my days off now. Like thank you for a day off. Like I do not have to go to work. I could just stay home and be by myself and live my best life. Like yeah, absolutely. Thank you for this day. But I just finished making my sister breakfast, or helping her make breakfast per se, because she did some stuff. She tried to make pancakes and it didn't work out, but I tried putting it in the oven and that made it 10 times worse. So we got a lot to clean up today. But she did want eggs and bacon. I did make her eggs and bacon, but it was just the pancakes that was the fail. RIP to those pancakes. But yeah, I gotta clean that up. I have to clean up the oven. I have to clean the stove. There's not much dishes, so I have to do that as well. But I just took a minute to chill, to come back to my room to chill, and I was just thinking about, you know, like the things I had to do today. I woke up maybe around like 7:30, so I didn't really get a head start on like my routine, you know, the way I normally do, the 5 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever. I did not do that. So I woke up with my sister, and my sister woke me up saying, I want breakfast. So I helped her make breakfast. But yeah, I was just thinking of, you know, like just the things I have to do today. And I was thinking something along the lines of like, when will this ever change? Like, I'm 22. I turned 23 in 2 months. And my younger self did not see me still living at home at 23 years old, which I'm not mad at, if I'm being honest. I'm not like upset about it. But I am realizing that as I get older, I begin to want my own space and I want to do my own thing without having to answer to anyone. Not to say that my parents are like constantly ridiculing me or anything like that. It's just that just being in an environment where I feel like I am growing up now, and in me growing up, I realize that the value of having just my own space. Like I want to come home, and if my dishes are dirty, like I'm answering to myself. If my room is dirty, I'm answering to myself. If all of this is, you know, this, that, and the third, whether it's being taken care of or not, I am ultimately answering to myself. But being that I still live with my parents, I'm answering to my parents. And even to like my little sister, I'm still answering to her too. So I hear, well, not that I hear, I remember listening to this episode of In Totality, and Megan was just trying to figure out, like, she was just at a space in her life where she was trying to figure out a lot, or what to do next per se, like what's her next move. And she heard God's voice telling her to like steward what you have, like go clean your room. I think that's exactly what she said. I think she said go clean your room. But ultimately the message is to steward over what you have now. Like, how can you ask for more if you don't even take care of what you already have? Like, how can you do that? If I don't take care of my room, if I don't take care of my dishes, if I don't take care of my bathroom, how can I ask for my own space? How can I ask for my own apartment if I don't do this here now? You know, if that makes sense. And I think I'm really getting that message and learning and understanding more of what that message means as my days go on, because I listened to this podcast maybe about a week or two ago, and it's now that it's really resonating with me. Like, you say you want this but you're not doing that, you say you want this but you're not doing that, you say you want this but you're not doing that. Like, how can I even ask for my own space, my own kitchen, my own living room, my own bathroom? Like, how can I ask for that if I'm not even taking care of what I have now? while living with my parents. Like, make it make sense. And I'm not saying that I don't do the dishes, I don't clean my kitchen, I don't clean the living room, I don't clean my bathroom. I'm not saying I don't do that. I'm just saying, like, the desire I want needs to match up with what I'm willing to give for it. You know, like, you say you want to do this, but let's be honest, when you get to that point, you're going to be the one having to be responsible for that. So are you choosing to be responsible in this moment, or are you just letting it go? If you're just leaving it alone and not addressing it, then you can't ask for what you want, you know, like, because you're not taking care of what you have now. So you got to take care of what you have now in order for you to be able to ask for more, if that makes sense. I don't know, let me know what you think. But yeah, and I literally just read this yesterday, and it just came to mind. Let's see. It's in Luke chapter 16, verse 10. It says, "He who is faithful in what is least is faithful also in much. And he who is unjust in what is least is unjust also in much." So if I'm faithful now in what is least, I'm going to end up being faithful in what is much. So if I do what I got to do now and steward what I have now, I'm going to steward it when I get my own space, and maybe even 10 times better. You know, like, what can having my own space lead to? Possibly multiple businesses. The ideas of multiple businesses. Now my mind isn't going like 10, 100,000 miles per hour. Now it's maybe going like 50 miles per hour. And now I get to think and sit down and really like jot out my thought process and do this, that, and the third. It's really just the little things like that. Like, just taking care of what we have now. Doing it now. Taking care of what I have now. So that if ultimately that is my goal, I know how to take care of it then. You know, like, if getting my own apartment is my ultimate goal, if I take care of what I have now, I'll know how to take care of it then, you know. So yeah, if you want something you've never had, you gotta do something you've never done. Yes. Yeah, that was my little rant. I don't know if I'm done thinking, but that's where I'm at right now. And I think my arms are beginning to hurt, so I'm gonna put this camera down. Yes. Thank you. LOL. I talk like I have such a large following. I don't. I do not have a large following at all. It's probably like 0. But it's okay. We gotta start somewhere, right? Yeah. We'll get there. I'll get there. Bye.